Hi, today we're going to talk about interior lines and defeat in detail. Interior lines are a situation where you use your geography and the defendant, in most cases, is holding a position where it's in a concave position. Here what you see with the brownish stuff are mountains, gray will be cities, pink will be roads, and the rest will be different types of units. A will resemble armor, M will resemble mechanized, everything will be just infantry units. The concept of interior lines is that the idea that you can reinforce your positions much faster than the enemy has, because the enemy have to go around to be able to meet any position, while for you it's much easier to concentrate at one single position to attack. So in this theoretical example, you have the red team where massively attacks at this position, so the green will be forestry here. The blue team will retreat to better defensive positions and thus enhance the interior line, so have a much smaller line of defense. And the great thing about inferior lines is that you can supply your troops faster, it's much easier to organize, it's much easier to spread out your firepower and concentrate since you are in a smaller formation compared to the enemy, and how interior lines in many cases really match with defeat in detail. So this is going to show in this video. So let's say the red team attacks at this position, and moving forward we reach a position here. Now we start to have a problem for the red team, and the problem will be the fact that the red team now has a massive concentration at this point, while the blue team has managed to retreat to a really good position here. So the blue team in this example will be, since it has the interior lines and it's much easier to move with much smaller distances, so the point here to the point here is a much smaller point than for the red team, where they have to go from here to here and to here to here to be able to match any potential counterattack. So in this case, the blue team, for example, will take the majority of its forces that it has on reserve, since it has enhanced its interior lines, focus them at one single point. And seeing that, you see the red team here tries to react to move in and support the assumed counterattack that will come, but in this scenario it will be too late, where the blue team will manage to attack and manage to find much bigger concentration of force, despite the fact that in general it has a much smaller force because of interior lines. This in warfare is called defeat in detail. The idea that you can able to separate the enemy's majority in force, in power, and attack them at a position where you are more favorable. And we saw that in the Battle of Austerlitz. We've seen that repeatedly in the American Civil War, especially with General Lee and Jackson and so forth. And this example will evolve to something like this, where the blue team has managed to break through the enemy lines, it has managed to encircle troops, and as we'll talk to the other videos, this unit's morale is heavily diminished because, as we said, lower organization, probably the loss of equipment in retreat, a lot of units are disorganized, the other units don't know what's happening because of fog of war, so they don't really know how far the other team is, and we come to a scenario where they will easily be able to eliminate these forces and then regain the advantage in the field in regards to manpower, and then win the battle. This, in very simplistic terms, is the concept of interior lines and defeat in details. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and any questions you have or more details you want to discuss about, please don't be afraid to ask. Have a good day.